First Chronicle chapter 17. Lord's confident promise to David. Okay, sorry guys. I was read this chapter, but there was some technical problem when I submitted yesterday, so I need to record again. So submit again to replace that one. Okay, I just quickly to talk about those four chapters. So chapter 17 is talk about the Lord confident promise with David, and Lord said, "If you follow my commandment fully, I will bless you and let your descendants continue in that kingdom." And David's prayer of thanks to the Lord. And also David make a lot of song. Those collected in the Psalms. And there's a lot of beautiful Psalms. I like it. And then we're going to the chapter 18, David's military victory. So because God blessed David, then David defeated a lot of different country and national, like Palestine. And also David also destroyed the first Hadadezer, king of Zobas. And also David brought a lot of gold. And also when king of Toy heard destroyed the entire army of her, he sent his son to conquer David for his sacred campaign. And those story is very famous, make David famous. And David defeated the Amorite in chapter 19 because he was friends with that king, but then that king died, his son became another king. They insult David's ambassador, and then David beat them. So that is how it happened, and that is how it end. And then chapter 20. So chapter 20 is talking about David captured Rabbah in the spring of the years when normally go out. So that is another victory and battle against the Philistine giant. David's warrior killed all the giant. Then also chapter 21 is talking about the David's sin. David got a lot of victory. Now he got some arrogant, and then he felt pride. So Bible said is the Satan rose up against Israel and caused David to take a sense of the people of Israel. Actually, I think that is David's pride and make him sin. So that sin caused a lot. And then there's judgment for David's sin. The Lord spoke to Gad, and David's seer say, "You have three choices for your punishment for your sin. You can choose one of them." And then David built an altar for sin offering, and then he confessed his sin. He confessed to the Lord, forgive her sin. Okay, when David saw the Lord had answered his prayer, he offered a sacrifice there at the Aaron's threshing floor. At that time, the tabernacle of the Lord and the altar of burnt offering that Moses made in the wilderness were located at the place of worship in Gibeon. But David was not able to go there to inquire of him because he was terrified by the drawn sword of the angel of the Lord. And then we go into the chapter 22. So those four chapters is talking about the first. God blessing David, say, "If you follow my commandment, I will bless you and your descendants." And David, because God's blessing, he got a lot of victory. He conquered a lot of the country and the nation. But then David, because pride and arrogant, he takes the censors of the whole Israel, and that is make David sin. And then he need to get a punishment for his sin. So that is how happening all the history. And then we will go into another story All right, so that is about these 4 chapters talking. Hope everybody like it. And remember, always follow God's commandment and always censor ourselves, double check ourselves, and also rethink which part I did wrong. And also pray to God, give our wisdom so I will avoid arrogance or pride. And then that is caused our sin. Because that is basically the beginning of the sin. Because if once you feel pride or arrogant, you always will make some mistake, make some sin. So we need to be caution, be watch out. All right. So that is today's Bible learning. Hope everybody like it. God bless everyone. Let's see you next time.